I've said this before. I'll say it again. How come people on your streets are so fucking animated?
Meth?
I was going to say for sure drugs. But literally walking in, I saw like a fucking person riding a bike, pushing a shopping cart filled to the brim of like shit. Like it was their life. But I don't know how they were riding a bike and pushing the shopping cart.
God damn!
That's skill.
Yeah.
Did you notice our new little skid row under the bridge?
Yes.
Dude, I literally haven't left my house in like fucking 2 weeks, right? Because I gave birth. And then the other day, I was coming home and I fucking saw this brand new skid row under the bridge. And I was like, when the fuck did this pop up? It's like a whole goddamn tent city.
So that's a new installment then.
Yeah.
Because I had, when I was coming here, one of the times we previously recorded, I noticed all that shit. And then I think I was talking to Lee or someone about it. And I was like, either it's gotten a lot worse here, or like when I was growing up here, I just was so used to it, it didn't faze me. Like I didn't think anything of it. But it's like a lot.
Yeah. No, it's
a lot of homeless people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely gotten a lot worse. Or they've just gotten more stuff.
I was going to say your homeless people are rich as fuck for homeless people. Like in the tier of homeless people.
Yeah, they're
crushing
balling
it.
out.
They've got like 3 carts.
Yeah.
Overflowing with shit.
With like a mattress on top.
Yes,
I don't know
they
why
have
it's
a
on
mattress.
top. Maybe it's like a bunk bed. But
I'm not even shitting you. I just drove by one today and it had a really nice lamp. Like I wish I had that lamp. And it was sitting in like this is where I put my child part of the shopping cart.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, this is a classy ass lamp. Where are you gonna plug that in at?
Right?
What's your plan?
Why do you have it?
They're probably gonna like pawn it or something, right? I'm
I don't
assuming.
know. Probably.
Okay, and then another person was just like at a streetlight waiting to cross, fucking getting down, dancing, tearing it up.
Oh, yeah?
Crushing it.
First of all, I'm surprised they were waiting at a stoplight to cross because nobody fucking does.
That's true, but like I was driving in the intersection, so I'm glad they didn't just cross.
Well, Brandon just watched a fucking car accident the other day because he was driving in the lefter lane. There was a car in the righter lane and people were coming from the left side, like crossing the street. And Brandon was like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm not stopping. You're in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's crosswalks that you're not in.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking dangerous out here.
Yeah. So he just kept going. And then the car to the right of him slammed on their brakes to stop for them.
Yeah.
And the car behind them rear-ended them.
Good thing Brandon just kept going.
Yeah. Well, he like turned around and stopped and was like, oh, I do insurance. And I saw everything. Like, hello, here's my card. And
give me a call.
yeah, because he was pissed that like the lady that slammed on her brakes is the one that's at fault.
Yeah.
I would think. Or the kids that were in the street.
Every night I leave your house, I always almost hit somebody. They like shoot out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
there's so many cars on the street that you don't see them.
And all you see is like their white sneakers because they're wearing all black. And
yeah.
you're like, what
Like,
the fuck,
holy
dude?
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a goddamn Aaron.
Well, my goddamn is that I have an amazing husband.
Okay. First of all, before you go any further, he literally just walked in and said, your goddamn better be that I'm an amazing husband.
He's not wrong.
He suggested it.
He did suggest it, but also it's because yesterday I was fucking passed out. Like yesterday morning, he went to get our toddler because he woke up and I was just dead to the world because the baby was still kind of sleeping. And then she started crying and screaming and was like, fuck you, wake up. And I was like, God damn it, I really don't want to.
Not now.
And so I was doing the like, pretend to be asleep. She'll go to sleep. It's fine. Because
Yeah.
my husband was downstairs with the toddler. Like, I'm taking care of this. And apparently he heard the baby, came up, and then got her, and then brought her downstairs.
Oh, that's such a beautiful gift.
Yeah. At first I was like, am I dreaming? Because like this wouldn't happen in normal life. Like he's hasn't done that. It's not a normal thing. The baby is my job.
Yeah, like you wake up and you have to grab the baby.
Yeah, exactly. But he took her, and so I got to sleep for like an extra 2 hours that morning. And
God damn, 2 hours?
yeah,
That's
was
like more than I sleep in a night sometimes.
I know. It was probably more than I slept that night, which is why I was just trying to ignore her. Like,
Yeah.
just go to sleep.
She's fine. Let's sleep.
Yeah. It was the most magnificent thing ever.
Aww.
Yeah. Until I woke up fucking covered in milk.
Yeah, like, gotta empty these milk bags.
Yeah. I was like, God damn it. But, oh, it was glorious.
Aw, for as much shit and shade that we throw, we have some pretty awesome guys.
That's very true.
We're pretty
yeah.
fucking lucky.
I always talk shit that, it's really easy to be a dad, but he's stepping up his game here.
Yeah. Ooh, girl.
Yeah, I know. Probably because I'm like hanging on by a thread. So
Like, somebody take the fucking wheel.
he's like, oh, she's going to murder all of us.
Yeah. She knows how to also.
Yeah.
So let's prevent this.
I better just take the kid for 2 hours.
That'll ensure all of our safety.
Give me your goddamn.
Okay, well, I feel like mine is going to segue perfectly from what you said about hanging on by a thread. Mine is like depressing.
Oh no.
I am fucking exhausted from like everything in life. There's not one particular thing. It's just life has caught up. Like I've gone back to work, you know, had a
Yeah.
baby, go back to work. We've had like weddings and we're planning a vacation and we've got holidays and everything happening. My son's birthday. So it's been like we've been constantly going and busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the baby isn't sleeping anymore.
No.
And then my older son, the last like week, he's had like a fever and he's been sick. So he's been waking up a bunch.
Ugh.
So literally in our house, it's like you don't even get a solid hour of sleep at night. And then I've been having to get up and go to work and everything and try to be nice to people on top of fucking hormones. And like, I just hit a breaking point in the middle of this week where I was like, I don't want to live life like this. Like, I'm fucking done.
Oh.
You know when you can't see the light? When
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck is happening here? Get me off this goddamn ride. I just went off the fucking ride.
Yeah.
So,
Like, why is this life now?
yes. So I had a mini freak out in the middle of the week where I never cry and I fucking just broke down and started bawling. And I was like, I just need sleep. And then that night, it's like every girl just needs a good cry every once in a while.
Yep. You do the ugly cry. You're like in your car.
Yes. And
You
like,
have to be on your way home though, because
Yeah.
you're not gonna
Oh.
look nice after that.
yeah. And you have to like stop a solid 10 minutes before you get home. Otherwise,
yeah.
everyone's going to be like, were you crying?
You're like mascara's all over your face. And your nose is all red.
Yeah. You're like snotting everywhere.
Yeah.
So I did the ugly cry. And then that night, somehow the baby slept. And the baby's not sleeping amazingly because he was doing so good there where it was like almost all night long, like once a night or something. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
fuck, man, I got this shit on lock.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everything went to shit. And then that night he did like a mediocre night to my world previously. But for that night, it was like everything I needed.
It was just glorious.
Like I got 3 hours in a row and then I
Ugh.
had to feed him and then I got another 3 hours in a row.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's 6 whole hours.
yeah.
And then I woke up and I went to work. And this was Thursday night. So Friday morning I got to work and I was like, I feel so much better. Because like everybody could tell I was just like, bleh, like done.
Yeah.
Done with life. And then,
You're probably scaring the shit out of your coworker. He's like, I'm never having kids.
yeah, no, I'm sure I have. Anyone who wants to have children, talk to me. I'll talk you out of it. But then, what was it? Yesterday, I kind of hit the wall again because I'm just like tired. I need some more, fucking a few more nights of that shit.
Yeah.
I hit a wall again and it was one of those days where like everything you did fucking went wrong.
No.
And all I wanted, this was like my big gripe, all I wanted was my fucking taco shop.
Oh.
And it took like 25 fucking years from the time I bought it till the time I could actually sit down and eat it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I like take a bite, my son walks in and he had a toy because he was like throwing it with the dog. And I had like half a second thought where I was like, this motherfucker is for sure going to throw that slobbery ass ball in my food. Like I just know that's going to happen because this is how my life has been going.
Yeah.
And as soon as I
Because
thought
why wouldn't that happen?
Exactly. As soon as I thought that, it went blink right into my food and I was like, I'm gonna fucking murder. And my little son was like, I'm sorry, mommy. And usually that will snap me out of my rage. And I was just like, this is why I say don't throw things. Like I was so fucking pissed. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better today, but I need a lot more good days to start happening. 'Cause
Yeah. Well,
fuck, man.
fucking put that out there in the universe.
Yes. Positive vibes.
Yeah.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah. Put it on your vision board.
Jesus Christ. I need a big ass vision board right
Your
now.
vision board's just going to be empty because you're like, I just want nothing.
Yes. Can I have silence? For the love of God, please.
Oh my God. That sounds awful. And also, I'm in the middle of it too, but I got a solid 2 hours yesterday, so I feel fucking great.
So I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better this morning. And plus we're podcasting and I fucking love that. So
Yeah, exactly. It's a
there's
good
that.
time.
Yeah.
Where we get to close the door to our entire life and our family and just talk.
And ignore like the baby screaming in the background. And we're
Yeah.
just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's the one time I'm going to ignore the baby and not go scoop them up.
It's not my job right now.
No.
It's Dad's job.
Well,
goddamn.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
We're just a peachy crew to listen to right now, huh? I know. Ah, fuck.
All right. Well, you want to hear about some murder?
I sure as fuck do.
Okay. Well, I have another oldie but a goodie for you.
Okay, let me hear about it.
This is about Louise Pete.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. Oh, you're going to be saying that a lot.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. So Louise was born September 20th, 1880.
Fuck, what's up with all these 1800 ones we just started doing out of nowhere?
I don't know. I think it's because I want to do things that other podcasts haven't necessarily done.
Uh-huh.
So, Louise was born September 20th, 1880. She was born as Lophie Louise Pressler.
Loafy?
Lophie.
Loafy?
Yeah, Lofie.
Like Sophie, but with an L?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Lophie. But she went by Louise because she was like, that's not a name, Mom.
It's like, did she have like a million babies? Because they always did, and then she's running out of names, and she just looked at a loaf of bread, and she was like, Loafy.
Lophie. Maybe she came out shaped like a loaf of bread.
They all come out shaped like a loaf
All
of
those
bread.
rolls and stuff.
I used to take care of old people, which is a rude way of saying, in-home healthcare. And one of the ladies' name was Brownie.
Oh.
So, Brownie.
Lophie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't actually know how many siblings she had. So, she was born in Biensville, Louisiana.
Oh.
So her dad was a wealthy newspaper publisher, and
Ooh.
basically she was brought up privileged. Like, she had a good education. She went to a private school and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she went to this private school in New Orleans.
Okay.
But she was expelled when she was 15 for stealing and, quote, engaging in promiscuous behavior.
Ooh. What does
Yeah.
that mean? Necking?
I guess. Heavy
necking.
petting.
Heavy petting.
Gross. In 1903, when she was 23 years old, she married a traveling salesman named Henry Bosley.
Okay.
But 4 years later, he caught her in bed with another man. And
Scandalous.
yeah, he was so distraught about it, apparently, that he committed suicide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that is a bummer.
Yeah, it took a turn.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Here we are.
yeah, you thought he was going to murder her. He didn't. So, after her husband died, Louise moved to Shreveport and started working as a high-class prostitute.
Where she ran into Bill Compton
Right?
and Sookie Stackhouse.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. She was working as a what?
A high-class prostitute.
Ooh, girl.
Some might call it an escort.
Some.
Not me. She's
Nope,
a toot.
Not you. This is your second toot in a row.
Yeah. Got a lot of tootin'.
Yeah.
But she would steal from her clients. Or, I mean, I guess, and she would steal from her clients. She's just getting paper, right?
Got it. Who wouldn't
Right.
in the 1800s?
Right. She eventually moved to Boston, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And she changed her name to Louise Gold.
Oh, hey, she's like, I got so much gold from all this snatching.
Exactly.
I'm going to change my last name so everyone knows about it.
But there's a U in it, like gold.
Oh.
Gold.
Oh.
Yeah. But she was like, I don't want it to be too obvious.
Yeah.
She's not as intense as Diamond Bessie over there.
Yeah. Well, Diamond Bessie was earning that shit.
She was. Well, this lady is too.
Yeah, but you said she was stealing.
Yeah, I know. It's earning. It's a different way to earn.
I'm seriously starting to question your morals over here.
That's fair. So then she took on a whole new persona as a 19-year-old girl named R.H. Rosalie. But at this point, she's like 27.
Okay, but when we were 27, we could pass as 19.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Up until the point I had a kid, and then people were like, whoa, now you look your age.
I literally just had a conversation with a coworker where they said like, oh, I don't look 56, do I? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's funny. I get that all the time, I don't look 32. And he's like, I would have guessed early 30s. And I'm like, oh, fuck. It's because I had babies.
You're like, well, first of all, fuck you. I didn't say it about your age.
Yeah, I fucking faked it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can see it in my face.
Yeah, we got that seasoned look.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Back to this 19-year-old persona.
Yeah. She's playing off as this 19-year-old girl.
Okay.
And she claimed that she was an heiress from Dallas, Texas, and that her
Ooh.
parents had sent her away to a convent, but that she escaped.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, she had this whole backstory, right?
Okay.
And she was able to talk her way into the homes of wealthy families in Boston who kind of felt bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then once she was settled into their homes, she started to go shopping at expensive stores and charging it to the families.
Oopsie.
Apparently that was a thing that you could do. Like, oh, just give that to the old fucking Bernards or whoever. Like,
Put it on their account.
yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, but okay.
Awesome.
Maybe it's a thing that like wealthy people do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure I've seen that like on fucking movies and shit.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely do that. Well, she was also stealing from the family's friends and employees.
Uh-oh.
And so the police eventually caught on and realized that she wasn't who she said she was.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of charging her with any crimes or anything, they just let her go so as not to embarrass the families that got hoodwinked.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Because they're like, we don't want to make this big old scandal about,
Yeah.
like, in the town or whatever. So just fucking move along, right?
You know, if that was a dude, they wouldn't have done that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure high-class hooker is going to be pretty.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So she moved on to Waco, Texas,
Okay.
and she started seeing a man named Joe Appel, who was a wealthy oil baron.
Oh, get it, girl.
And about a week later, Joe was found shot to death and his diamond jewelry was missing.
Oh, that took a turn.
Yep. So Louise was arrested.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, you can't fucking shoot people, right?
Did she have a gun?
I don't know,
Apparently.
but I think everyone in Texas in the 1800s had a gun.
They still do.
That's
to
fair.
this day.
That's fair.
Yeah. Got it.
The same gun. And more guns. So probably, to answer
Okay.
your question.
So they arrest her, though.
Yeah, they arrested her and they took her before a grand jury. They were like,
Wow.
you can't fucking kill people.
Yeah.
We're going to charge you with this,
Yeah,
right?
we let you go last time.
Well, it was only for stealing, too. So they're just like,
Yeah, that's true.
hey,
Yeah, not
Yeah.
murder.
yeah, can't murder people.
Okay.
And so she admitted to killing Joe, but she was able to convince them that she had killed him in self-defense after he attempted to rape her.
Ooh.
So,
Not too far-fetched.
yeah, exactly.
happened.
So she got off.
Okay.
And then in 1913, she moved to Dallas, Texas, and she married a man named Harry Farrow.
Oh, she got married.
Yeah.
Ooh, a wedding.
This is the second wedding.
Okay.
Because the first one, remember, he fucking killed himself after he caught her in bed.
Oh, that's
cheating.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Almost forgot.
Yeah. So Harry worked as a night clerk at the St. George Hotel. And right after they were married, Louise stole $20,000 worth of jewels from the hotel's safe.
Why the fuck does a hotel have jewels in a safe?
Literally, my next bullet is what hotel has $20,000 worth of jewels in a safe? Like,
Maybe it's like when people come and stay, you could like put it in this community safe.
like a lockbox. I'd rather just fucking keep it on my
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, like how do you know that's really my ruby, bitch?
Yeah, exactly. My ruby was bigger.
Yeah.
And didn't have a scratch in it.
They probably put a ticket on it, kind of like a
Coat check.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea.
Still.
But $20,000 worth of jewels and shit. She
Holy
was like,
shit.
got it, right?
Mine.
Police questioned Harry, but they cleared him of any involvement. And they also suspected Louise, but they couldn't link her to anything. Like, they had no evidence, right?
Okay, but did they know that she was the same lady who got off on murder?
I don't know because
Okay.
it's a different town.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that they, like, cared
Yeah.
to, like, share that information.
Got it. It's not like they had a system that they could fucking search her in, so I'm sure no one knew.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So Harry was so embarrassed by being accused, and apparently he suspected his wife as well.
Oh no.
And so he was like ashamed,
Uh-huh.
and he shot himself.
I fucking knew it. So now
Allegedly.
I'm starting to suspect.
Yeah, I would too. However,
Okay.
that one was ruled a suicide,
Okay.
and that was it.
So
That's
we're
her
saying-
second husband that killed himself.
Both of our husbands committed suicide by gunshot to the head.
The first one, I'm not positive how he died.
Oh, I thought you said shot himself.
She shot the second guy that she was dating.
Yeah.
Joe. So then in 1915, Louise moved to Denver, Colorado, where she married a third man named Richard Pete.
Who had like a bulletproof forehead, right?
Let's hope.
I hope so, Richard.
Richard was a salesman, and they had a daughter the next year named Frances Ann. She went by Betty.
Oh.
I don't know how or why.
Weird. But I mean, like, Richard goes by Dick, so, like, what are we
True.
doing with our lives here?
True.
We don't fucking get it.
Yeah, that's fair. Apparently, it was a toxic relationship, and they fought all the time, so they eventually split up in 1920.
Oh, good.
But that's like a solid 5 years, right?
Okay.
No one died.
That's happy.
Yeah.
That's good.
But Louise left her husband and daughter and moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, shit. She left the kid, too.
Yeah. And
Scandalous.
she didn't get a divorce. Like, she was just like, deuces, I'm out of here.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. So she's technically just estranged from her husband and daughter.
Okay. And she's going to go be a big star in LA?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Or a big prostitute,
Okay.
whatever.
Same thing.
Well, in LA, Louise attempted to rent a 14-room mansion
Ooh.
that was being rented out by a man named Jacob C. Denton.
Okay.
Jacob planned to rent out the home for $350 a month while he was on a business trip.
God damn, I wish that pricing would carry over to today.
Seriously. I was
first
like,
of all,
I could afford that.
Yeah. Cheapest rent ever.
Yeah. It's hella less than our rent now.
I know. Fucking mortgages.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be awesome. 14 rooms. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself.
I know. I'd be like, this is my sitting room.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my room to walk through to my sitting room.
Yeah. This is my pacing room. This is my smoking my pipe room.
This is my podcasting room.
Yeah. My podcasting room. I don't even go in that room. That's just my locked door room.
That's my do not enter room.
Yeah. Why do you have that there? I don't know. Don't go in there though.
Yeah.
Spooky shit in there.
Carry on to room number 8.
So Jacob was a retired mining engineer and he was worth millions.
Ooh.
Hence why he had this fucking 14-room mansion.
Yeah.
He had a teenage daughter and his wife had recently died.
Oh.
Yeah. For some reason, I assume because Louise was pretty, Jacob allowed her to rent the mansion out for $75 a month.
Maybe he was getting a little something on the side.
Well,
Yeah.
that is a rumor that went around.
Okay, you're perpetuating rumors now.
As we do. So Louise moved in on May 26th, just days before Jacob was scheduled to leave for his trip.
Okay.
And some accounts say that Louise was to act as a housekeeper as well as a tenant, but she never signed a lease. And Louise later claimed that she and Jacob had been in a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
See?
So, yeah.
Muddy waters.
Getting a little something on the side.
Yeah. Hey-o.
So a week after Louise moved into the mansion, Jacob went missing.
Of course he did.
Yeah. P.S. If you can hear my kid screaming, I am sorry. He should be napping. But Dad's in charge. So
Hey, plus side, you'll get partial nap.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or it'll be too late and he'll just fucking power through like a little asshole 2-year-old.
Ugh.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's future Aaron's problem.
Yeah.
So, Jacob's missing. So Louise hired a gardener to bring a load of dirt into the basement where she said that she planned to grow mushrooms.
With his dead remains.
Or something, She was just like, bring me some dirt. Put it in the basement.
She's like, I've got a truffle business going on downstairs.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to make millions.
Yeah, it's not suspicious at all, right?
No, not at all.
And then a couple of days later, the bank received a request to withdraw $300 from Jacob's bank account
Oh, Jesus.
and access to the safe deposit box.
She's leaving a little paper trail.
Yeah. And the bank was like, that's weird. This signature doesn't look like Jacob's.
Ooh.
Maybe we should flag it for fucking inspection, right?
Yeah, let's check this shit out.
Yeah. And so they attempted to contact Jacob, but instead they got a hold of Louise.
Mm-hmm.
And so they asked her about it.
Yeah.
And she claimed that his signature looked weird because Jacob had actually just had his right arm amputated.
Well,
After he had been in an argument with a, quote, mysterious Spanish-looking woman. And she had shot him in the arm, which caused him to have to get it amputated.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah.
That's quite a story.
So then she doubled down on that. And she said that Jacob was so ashamed of his amputation that he would only see and speak to her.
Naturally.
So, you can't look at his disfigured arm.
I can't prove it because he's too ashamed.
Yeah.
But trust
so
me.
Just don't worry about it. I'll be the middleman communications, right?
If there's anyone you can trust.
Yeah, it's Louise.
Yeah.
A high-class prostitute. Exactly. Jeez, Louise. So, apparently, she also told a couple of versions of this story, and in one of them, Jacob also allegedly had his arm and leg cut off by this Spanish woman.
Oh, both of them?
With a sword.
Oh.
Apparently,
sword?
This Spanish woman was like a pirate.
Samurai.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. But was it arm and leg from both the same side or opposing sides? Or what are we working with?
I would guess it's going to be the same side, like one fell swoop, arm leg. Just one chop got them both.
Oh, shit. That's
Yeah.
intense. Well, now I'm thinking Monty Python.
Oh, 'tis but a flesh wound. So in the next couple of weeks, Jacob's friend and business associates started getting really suspicious, obviously.
Yeah, where the fuck is Jake?
Yeah. And Louise told a couple of different stories to everyone, but she claimed that he was on an extended business trip and he'd be back shortly. Without his arm and maybe his leg. But
Okay, I was like, he's too ashamed to see anyone, but he went on an extended business trip.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen.
Bullshit.
She's just,
Fucking holes all over your story.
yeah, hanging on by threads here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
While Jacob was gone, Louise started posing as his wife.
Mm.
She would drive his Cadillac. She would spend his money. She started pawning all of his jewelry and renting out the rooms of his mansion.
God damn. You think she would like take all that shit, sell it, and run and go start a life somewhere else before it catches up with her?
That would have been smart.
Yeah.
But she's
living in it.
yeah, she's just like, no one will suspect me.
Yeah. I gave them this awesome story about his leg and arm being chopped off.
Yeah, no one would want to see anyone if they had their arm and possibly leg chopped off.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So Jacob also had rental properties in Phoenix, Arizona, and Louise was somehow able to convince the tenants that were renting there to start making the checks out to her as well.
Oh, not suspicious.
No, not at all. Why? I don't see what's wrong.
Yeah.
So then in August, which is 2 months after Jacob goes missing, Louise was still keeping up this lifestyle. And Jacob's teenage daughter finally was like, all right, listen, I've had enough of this shit. And
Yeah.
so she hired an attorney to help her find her dad.
Go, Jacob's daughter.
Hell yeah. And the attorney questioned Louise, but she obviously claimed that she had no idea where Jacob was. But she agreed to have his financial records forwarded to the attorney, like, as soon as she could, right?
Uh-huh.
And then instead of doing that, because that's going to get you caught in some lies.
Yeah, I'll be busted instantly.
Yeah. She moved out of the house and back in with her estranged husband and daughter in Denver.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Yeah. And they were like, hell yeah, Mom, come on back, right?
Oh my God. They're like, Mom came back from getting cigarettes.
Yeah, finally. It was a really long trip. So Jacob's daughter now had complete access to the mansion again with Louise out of the house. And she hired a private detective to have the home searched on September 23rd.
Oh God. And they went into the basement.
Oh, they went into the basement.
Oh God.
The detective found Jacob's decomposing body buried in the basement under the stairs.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw one account where it was like plastered up. Like there's the under the stairs, and then she had buried him with the dirt that this gardener had put under there and then like plastered it up so that you couldn't see into it. But I'm not-
like plastered under the stairs up.
yeah. Like
Okay.
made a wall right there to
Got
be
it.
like, there's nothing under these stairs.
Yeah, don't look over there.
Yeah. So they obviously found him, and he had been shot in the head and strangled. His body,
Why would you like strangled first, then shot in the head?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. His body was wrapped in a quilt and then tied up with cords.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So they tracked down Louise in Denver, and they asked her about Jacob's murder.
Yeah. Hey, we
And-
need to talk to you.
Yeah, they're like, this is a little bit suspicious. Remember how you told us that, like, all this shit happened?
He had his arm and leg.
Well, she was like, oh, I have no idea. But remember that Spanish woman who shot him and caused his arm to be amputated? Maybe it was her.
But
Like,
were they like, yeah, but he has his arm and leg?
yeah, they were like, that's weird, though, because he has all of those appendages.
Yeah, like you're fucking lying.
Yeah, he still has his arms and legs.
Yeah.
So then Louise doubled down on that crazy.
Oh God.
And she was like, well, that body isn't actually Jacob. It's a body double that looked like him that Jacob actually killed.
Sure. Jesus, she's really good.
Yeah.
Like, how did she think of that so quickly?
I don't know. And I don't know if she means like some paranormal fucking doppelganger. Like,
Yeah. And like he met her from the future.
yeah. And he was like, oh no, there can be only one. So he killed it. Or if it was like, whoa, that guy looks suspiciously like Hitler. I'm going to kill him. Like,
Yeah.
but suspiciously
weird.
like Jacob. So I'm going to kill my other person. I don't know.
That's
I don't know
weird.
if this was supposed to be like some fucking spooky thing or just
Yeah.
like, whoa, that guy looks just like me. Hope he doesn't take my identity. Gonna murder him.
Better kill him.
Yeah.
Or it's just Jacob.
Or that. Could be. Listen, don't jump ahead.
Okay.
They obviously didn't believe her, and they brought her back to LA and charged her with first-degree murder.
Okay, good.
Her trial was January 21st, 1921, and the trial was sensationalized, and I'm really sorry if you can hear my kid through all of this,
I'm not.
because
It
I
adds
can't
to
edit
it.
that out. Thousands of people would line up to watch her walk into the courtroom.
Really?
Yeah, like, whoa, check out that lady. She fucking murdered a guy and then lied about a Spanish woman doing it.
Damn. They had nothing else to do, I guess.
It was the 20s.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
when they do fucking hangings and shit and people be like, popcorn here. Get your popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. So then on February 17th, 1921, Louise was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison.
Okay, good.
Her husband in Denver stayed loyal to her for the first few years of her imprisonment and believed that she was innocent, like the whole time.
Wow.
And Louise eventually convinced him to divorce her so that he could remarry if he wanted to.
She's like, you skedoodle, dude.
Yeah, she's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not about that lifestyle right now.
Okay.
So he agreed, but he also said that he would wait forever for her.
Oh, this poor guy.
I know. Isn't that sad?
Ugh, he's getting used.
So as soon as the divorce was finalized, Louise stopped answering his letters and refused to see him.
Damn.
Yeah. And
She's
so,
got a cold heart.
right? So Richard was so distraught that he shot himself.
And she's in prison?
Yeah.
What?
She's literally just leaving bodies in her wake.
She's got like a golden snatch. Maybe that's why she changed her last name to Gold.
Ooh, maybe.
Because-
But she's Pete now because his last name was Pete and she
Well-
took his last name.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But like, whoa.
Yeah,
Maybe she got them beer flavored nipples.
maybe. She's real good at blowies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. So he had shot himself in a hotel room in 1924.
He's got a daughter though. That's so sad.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought
Okay.
the same thing. Well, Louise was a model prisoner and worked as a dental assistant in the prison.
Oh God. See, she could get fucking dental records from people. Those bite marks.
Right?
Leave them all over the scene.
She also maintained the flower garden in the prison
Aw.
and wrote for the prison newspaper.
The prisons had newspapers?
Fucking, this prison sounds a lot like a boarding school.
Right?
Like,
what are they talking about in the newspaper?
I have no idea. Like,
Fucking Henrietta had a needle again.
Yeah.
Had to confiscate it.
Janie's celly was caught with some more drugs or whatever. Like,
Jesus.
what are they I don't know. These two people are now in a relationship.
Soap
what are they
making on
talking about?
Tuesday.
Yeah. We're actually going to build birdhouses, so come on down. Yeah. Well, I don't know what she was writing about, but that's what she was doing.
Damn. All right.
And then in 1939, after 18 years in prison, Louise was paroled on good behavior.
Of course.
She was released into the custody of a woman named Jessie Marcy, who was 60 years old and had lobbied for her release.
Oh, wow. Who's this lady?
I think she was like kind of like a social worker where she's
Okay.
like, oh, you're totally innocent. Don't
Got
worry.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she started working as Jessie's live-in housekeeper, and she changed her name to Anna Lee.
Okay.
All I could think the entire time was Family Guy when Quagmire gets a daughter and he names her Anna Lee.
I don't think I saw that one.
Anally.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Gets me every fucking time. And every time I would like write it and I would just put Anna and I was like, no, her name's Anna Lee though.
It's Annalie. That's fucked up, man.
So maybe that's why guys really liked her.
She's not she's not like slick, you know?
Yeah.
We're on to you.
She's just like,
Annalie.
let me be a little more blunt about this. This is what I'm into.
Annalie Gold.
Gross. So Jessie died of natural causes pretty soon after Louise moved in with her.
Uh-huh.
Allegedly.
Poison.
Maybe. Well, so Louise moved in with her probation officer, Emily Latham, who was 70 years old.
Oh, God.
And Louise worked as Emily's nurse and housekeeper.
Don't these people have Social Security?
Right? Like, I don't know, man. Then Emily died of a heart attack in 1943, which was roughly 3 years later.
Oh, God damn. She's like the Black Widow.
Yeah, seems a little bit suspicious, right?
For sure.
Well, apparently, since Louise changed her name to Anna Lee, the police had no idea that she had been found guilty of murder previously.
Jesus Christ. So much easier life back then.
You could get away with anything.
Yeah.
And so they didn't even look into Jessie or Emily's deaths. Like,
Ooh.
they were just like,
natural
oh, yeah.
causes, whatever, carry on.
Yeah, it was totally an
Wow.
accident. Don't worry about it. Or natural causes. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. So then after Emily died, Anna Lee moved in with a man named Arthur C. Logan and his wife Margaret. They were an elderly couple, and Anna Lee had made friends with Margaret while she was in prison. Apparently, Margaret was like a retired social worker who thought Anna Lee was innocent, so she had lobbied for her release and like made friends with her.
Okay.
This couple had also taken care of Louise's daughter while she was in prison.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, I mean, that's pretty close, right?
Yeah,
Like, you got
yeah.
a good relationship.
Absolutely.
Anna Lee worked as a live-in housekeeper for them and a nurse to Arthur, who was suffering from dementia.
And then he died. Suspiciously.
Well, don't jump ahead. On May 2nd, 1944, Anna Lee married a man named Lee Judson, who was a
Damn.
banker.
Jesus.
Yeah. She didn't tell him that she'd been in prison.
Yeah.
And pretty soon after she'd moved in with the Logans, Annalee started telling neighbors that Arthur had fits of rage and would attack Margaret and herself.
Ooh, that's not good.
Then on June 1st, 1944, Margaret went missing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Shortly after that, Annalee pretended to be Arthur's foster sister and had him committed to a hospital, like an insane asylum.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So neighbors and friends started to ask where Margaret was.
Yeah.
And so Annalee told them that in a fit of rage, Arthur had attacked her and bitten her nose off.
No.
And the attack left her so disfigured that she was ashamed to be seen by anyone.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So
Yeah.
she's sticking with her old techniques.
Yeah. Like, I'll just make some shit up.
Yeah.
People believed it last time.
Yeah, worked last time perfectly.
Exactly. So Annalee's husband, Lee, even started asking where Margaret was because he lived in the house with them now too, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, hey, I haven't seen Margaret in a while.
What the fuck happened to Margaret?
Yeah. And so she told him that she had gone into seclusion while she got plastic surgery on her face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, cool, that makes sense.
Great answer. Thank you. I'll stop asking for another week.
Yeah. So for the next 6 months, Annalee and Lee lived in the Logan's home, and Annalee carried on much like she had with Jacob's estate, where she was spending their money and forging their names on checks.
Oh, shit.
Arthur ended up dying in the hospital in December of 1944,
Aww.
and Annalee had his body donated to science.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took a different turn.
I don't know.
Weird.
I didn't know they did that then,
Is
but
it,
I guess.
so she didn't have to, like, have a burial for him or something?
Probably.
Okay.
You would think, but yeah, I guess you'd have to pay for like cremations and stuff too. So
Yeah.
yeah. I guess, yeah.
Okay.
So soon after he died, the bank started to get suspicious of some of the forged checks, and they contacted the police.
Okay.
Police showed up to the Logan's home, and they searched it while Annalee and Lee were still living there.
Uh-huh.
So they found the decomposing body of Margaret buried under an avocado tree in the backyard.
Oh, shit. That's like some Cinderella-esque shit.
Right?
Ugh.
Annalee was arrested, and she claimed that Margaret was bludgeoned and shot by Arthur during a homicidal frenzy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And she was just going to, like, help cover it up for Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She admitted to burying Margaret in the yard, but she stayed adamant that Arthur had been the one to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she didn't come forward about the murder because she was afraid that she would be blamed for it because of her prior conviction,
Yeah,
right?
and it looks pretty fucking suspicious.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So an autopsy revealed that Margaret had been shot in the back of the neck.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's so sad.
Yeah. Annalee's husband, Lee, was also arrested and charged with murder.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But on January 11th, 1945, the charges were dropped against Lee because they didn't have any sufficient evidence against him.
Mm-hmm.
And the very next day, he jumped from the top of the Spring Arcade building
Jesus.
in LA, killing himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She has literally, she's like the fucking,
Angel of Death?
yes.
Yeah.
Like everything she touches dies.
Yeah. Whether or not it's by her hand,
Oh my
everyone around her
God.
dies.
Jeez, don't marry that lady.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. So now she's on trial for murder for the third time in April of 1945. And police said that the motive was an argument that started because Margaret found out that Annalee had forged a check for $200 from her account, and Annalee shot Margaret.
Oh my God. Not worth it.
No. Also, $200?
Yeah.
Like, I
Well-
mean, I get that that was a lot of money back in the day, but also she was trying to rent this other mansion or whatever for $350 a month. Like,
yeah.
I
Like
don't
it's
know,
not
man.
worth it.
Yeah, totally. So she was found guilty and sentenced to death. And
Ooh.
during the reading of her sentencing, she was reading The Importance of Living, which was a Chinese philosophy book. And apparently, when they were like, oh, you're going to get the death penalty, she looked up and she gave the jury a mocking expression and then went back to her book. Like,
Is that like stuck out her tongue?
I think it was more like a stupid, like roll your eyes
Ah.
kind of thing. Like, yeah, whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sassafras.
I know, right? What a bitch.
Wow.
So she was executed in the gas chamber
Ooh.
on April 11th, 1947.
Damn. In 1947?
Yeah.
And like, where was this again? Fucking Texas or some shit?
This was LA.
LA.
Yeah.
47. We still had gas chambers.
She was only the second woman in California to be executed.
Jesus.
So, I mean, this was like the beginning of fucking executions, I
That's
guess. Or at least of
crazy.
women.
Yeah, probably like documented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, that's where the story ends. But I counted it up because fucking everyone around her died, right?
Yeah.
And so she was near or involved in the deaths of 9 people.
My God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Stay away from her.
Yeah.
She's fucking not somebody you want to know.
Hell no.
Jeez.
Yeah. And usually these old cases like don't really interest me that much because whatever. But this one had so much where I was like, what? Like everyone around this lady is dying and she's killing people. But then like kind of the more interesting part is that there were a lot of them that she clearly wasn't killing.
Yeah, like every fucking husband. I mean, I guess we're speculating that maybe she shot them. Like the
first 2, maybe.
Yeah. But like the guy who jumped from the building or bridge or whatever when she was in prison, like the 2 that died while she was like in custody.
Yeah, her 3rd husband and her 4th husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both, like, she was in prison.
I wonder if like it happened if she was like, not another one. Or like.
She said with Lee when he jumped off the building, I guess it was like an office building. And there was some accounts that said that he went straight from like his trial where he was like found not guilty or whatever. They didn't have evidence, so they dropped the charges. He went straight from there to the building, and there was other accounts that said it was the next day.
But shortly thereafter.
Yeah, but either way, she said that she felt awful for it and felt responsible for it because like she did this thing that he got blamed for and like put this basically pock on his record, I guess.
But did she really though?
She really murdered Margaret.
Oh, I meant like, but did she feel bad really?
Really
though?
feel bad?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Ah, that's crazy.
At a certain point, you got to get used to people killing themselves
Dying.
around you. Right?
Yeah, like, oh, that happened again.
Yeah.
Like a fucking goldfish dying or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. You just got another one that looks like it.
Yeah, it's a good technique for husbands.
Exactly.
Well, goddamn. That was interesting.
Yeah, right? All right, Stacy.
All right, you ready for my story?
I'm so ready.
Oh, man, you're going to have to fucking bear with me on all the goddamn names in here because the story's from Venezuela.
Ooh, all right.
And I didn't look up how to phonetically say shit. So everybody buckle up for the whitest girl ever to say some complicated ass names.
I love it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so my story this week is about Jose Durangel Vargas Gomez.
Bless you.
And evidently he went by Durangel most of the time. Of course, the hardest one out of that whole fucking name.
I know, right?
I want to call him Jose.
You can.
Well, too bad, because I wrote Durangel everywhere.
All right.
Somebody's listening and they're like, ugh, cringing every time I say it.
Probably.
Okay, so Durangel was born on May 14th, 1957 in Venezuela.
All right.
Heads up, this is way shorter than yours, so I'm so happy you brought it with your story, because otherwise this episode would probably be like 10 minutes long.
Oh, well, good, because mine was fucking long as hell.
But I think what I lack in length, I make up in quality.
All right. Is this a gruesome one?
It's fucking, it's a doozy.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so his parents worked as farmers and they had very little money. And they worked with the Venezuelan libertarian forces along the Colombian border to help patrol the jungles along with the guerrilla forces.
Ooh.
I know I just said a lot of words.
You did. And most of them were big.
And they were like politically fused.
Yes.
So I know your brain shut off, but like just to clarify, they worked with like the irregular warfare people, not like the animals, the gorillas.
I knew that.
You're like, out of everything you had to clarify.
They were keeping gorillas out of the forest. Got it.
So supposedly as a child, Durangel was part of all of this like patrolling and fighting in the fucking jungles or whatever.
Yeah. That's a fucking crazy childhood, but all right.
Right? Actually, that fucking speculation or whatever has never really truly been verified, but that's what he claims. That's what fucking some people say. So,
Okay.
there. But there was a note that it was like, we don't really know if he fought in the jungles, but fucking probably. Shit.
Yeah. Well, I can assume that this guy's probably going to like snap and go crazy. And so maybe he's like, yeah, it's because I fucking experienced all this jungle fighting when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, PTSD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're thinking in the right place.
I've read a lot of murder stories.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so evidently he displayed very strange behavior and shit even as a child. And the guerrillas themselves, I'm going to call them the guerrillas,
All right.
the libertarian forces themselves, they were like, this kid is possessed by evil spirits.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was like the rumor around fucking the jungle.
All right.
But as he grew older, he distanced himself from his family and he began to live a transient lifestyle often committing like petty crimes and shit, like stealing chickens and cattle or whatever, just so he could survive.
He stole a whole fucking cow?
Like a whole cow.
He like grill it in the jungle?
Yes, probably.
All right.
But I think this was like in his teenage years. So I think his childhood, he was like fucking raping and pillaging in the jungles.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he got older, he started running away from home and he would like fucking be homeless and steal people's livestock to survive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking is like you're homeless and you steal a cow to eat. Cool. Okay. But like you can only eat, I don't know,
So
the
much cow?
ankle of a cow. Yeah. But
Maybe?
you still have to kill the cow for that.
Well, maybe he's selling the cow.
Oh, maybe.
Like fucking Jack and the Beanstalk status.
yeah,
Got
that
a
makes
magic
more
cow?
sense.
Want to buy a magic cow?
I do. That makes a lot more sense.
Or
I like
he's
yours better.
fucking milking it and selling milk. I don't know.
He's just cruising around town with a cow.
I don't know his entrepreneurship levels, skills.
All right. I like it.
But maybe he did just kill the cow and then carry on.
I feel like, I mean, you can only eat so much.
I agree. Maybe he had like a makeshift fridge.
And I don't know how to butcher a cow. Maybe he does.
He probably does. You're going to wait for this story.
Oh, okay.
So, all this like petty crime and shit, this caused him to get arrested on 2 separate occasions. And in 1995, I just fucking jump into it. Like I said, this is a short one. There's not a ton of articles on it or
Yeah.
a ton of podcasts on it.
Oh, okay.
So you're welcome. So in 1995, Durangel was arrested for the murder of another transient man
Ooh,
by the name of Baltzar Cruz Moreno.
okay.
And Durangel was like, yeah, I killed him. And also I ate him.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That got weird.
Yep. Got real weird. Real fast.
Again, what did he do with the rest of him? You can only eat so much person.
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
So he was institutionalized for that murder and he was put in like a psychiatric rehabilitation center.
Yeah.
But one day he somehow managed to escape from there.
I feel like the cannibals should be on like a higher alert.
Yeah, maybe like lock the door. Maybe don't let the cannibals walk around.
Don't give them access to the garden outside.
Yeah, or like tools.
Yeah, okay.
Or
these
anything.
These are fair rules to have. But
Yeah, no, they didn't have those and he escaped. Once he escaped, he moved to a hut or like a tent. Everything said hut, but I saw a picture and it looked like a tent.
Okay.
Near a park in the city of San Cristobal, where he would often hunt for his victims.
Ooh.
So
okay.
he lived under this bridge called Autopista Libertador. Libertador.
Mm-hmm.
Autopista Libertador.
Okay.
I fucking butchered it, whatever. We're carrying on. He lived under a bridge that had a name.
Okay, yeah.
And he would drink a lot and he would do a lot of drugs and shit,
Mhm.
which is not healthy for a cannibal to do.
He's just taking on the troll lifestyle under the bridge.
Yes.
I like it.
Like the Billy Goats 3.
Exactly.
Okay, so this bridge was like really dark at night and it was close to a local bar. So a lot of homeless men and drunk men would like stumble out of the bar and kind of go towards the bridge and like pass out.
Okay.
And they're like, I'm just going to sleep here for the night.
And he was like, perfect. Come into my trap.
Exactly. This is when he would strike. He would target homeless men, alcoholics, and athletes or healthy, strong-looking men
Ooh.
who were at the park or who had stumbled under his bridge. And he would beat them to death with a piece of metal tubing
God damn.
that was like this spear-like thing.
Oh my God.
Or he would beat them to death with rocks.
Okay.
This is very fucking hands-on personal shit.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal.
I mean, he grew up doing like guerrilla warfare in the jungles, though, so I'm pretty sure he's got some techniques down,
I guess.
right? He would then proceed to dismember the bodies and he would store the flesh in quote unquote vessels and eat the meat.
The flesh? He would
Yeah.
store the flesh? Like the skin?
Like, I think he would just store the human meat, not just the skin.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like flesh is in like meat, human as in the variety of human.
He would store the people.
Yeah, he'd store the people in vessels.
What the fuck is a vessel?
I don't know, but I'm like, all right, if you're living in a hut, you probably don't have like fucking Rubbermaid Tupperware.
Yeah, that's
so.
what I'm thinking.
So do you make some clay pottery? Like, I don't fucking get it.
Oh, God.
I
Maybe it
don't
was
know.
like coolers or something.
Maybe. His personal favorite part of the body was the muscle, particularly from the thigh and the calf region of the men.
Is that why he went for athletic dudes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, skip leg day, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It might save your life.
Yeah. This guy has a really strong torso, but that's not what I'm into.
You know, there's some dude out there that's like jacked in the upper body region, and he's like, this is why I don't do legs.
Told you.
Okay, so this dude would use the tongues and the eyes to make his stew,
Yep.
but he would never try bothering to eat the meat from the hands, feet, noses, ears, or the testicles. Like, he goes on fucking record being like, yo, bro, eyes and tongues, excellent stew. Them other body
Testes,
parts,
though?
out.
Not what I'm
out.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Not about them fresh swimmies.
No. Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. His little hut or whatever.
Wait, also,
What?
there's no meat in your nose.
Yeah, that's probably why. He's like, you can't get much from there. But you
It's
know,
just cartilage. Like, you know when you bite into a chicken wing and you get that like, oh, what the fuck is that?
yeah.
Cartilage.
Yeah.
That's
like,
what a nose would be.
I'm disturbed that you're thinking of this so deeply. Have you eaten a nose before?
No.
Why'd you have to think about that?
Because I was thinking, what's in menudo?
Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah. I don't think that's noses though, right?
I don't know.
I think there is something though where you can eat a pig's nose, and I might have had that because I worked with some people who
Would eat
cooked a
that
lot of
shit.
weird stuff.
You order weird shit at restaurants, not realizing what it is. And by that, I mean one time you ordered like tripe. And I was like, do you know what that is? And you were like, no.
Nope, ate it.
You did eat it. Anyway.
That's true. I don't know. If someone offers me something weird, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I am the same way too.
Yeah,
I've tried tripe
yeah,
and I know that I don't like it.
yeah. Or like chicken hearts
Yeah.
or
Chicken hearts are gross.
escargot or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
chicken
that I've
hearts
had-
aren't gross. They're just fucking chewy.
Oh, I thought they were gross.
Oh.
I have a big textural issue though.
Yeah,
Like if I bite into a chicken wing and I get the nose,
yeah,
I freak out. I hate it.
yeah.
I'm very careful with the chicken wing.
I just spit them right out. Like, oh, somebody missed that.
Just like dig it out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So maybe I've tried nose. I don't know, but it would have been a pig's nose, I believe.
yes.
And I think that would have more meat than a people nose.
Maybe it's like, I mean, anything from a pig is fucking delicious though. So
Right?
there's that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I digress.
yeah,
So his little hut tent thing, it obviously didn't have a refrigerator.
yeah,
So oftentimes the meat would go bad and it would start to decay,
uh-huh.
which meant that he would have to go hunting often because this dude was like living off of humans.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
this was like his main fucking meat source.
this was it. He was like, fuck hunting. There's a dude right here. I'll just beat him with this rock and eat him. Whatever he didn't eat of the human, he, like, which was usually the feet and the hands and the head, he would bury around his hut and chuck the bones into a local river.
Okay,
Which everything I've ever learned about survival is like, don't fucking gut your fish next to your campsite.
yeah, don't contaminate your water supply and don't attract bears.
Yeah, he's fucking ruining camping 101.
Yeah, maybe he's doing it downstream.
Perhaps. Still a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
His victims were always male, never women or children.
Oh, he has morals.
My parenthesis says he had standards.
Yeah.
And he always preferred lean, muscular men because he felt that any overweight men, their meat was like too high in cholesterol.
Okay, listen.
I'm not even kidding.
He's got to eat healthy too.
I'm not even shitting you.
This
And
is
he said-
ridiculous.
I know, it's super ridiculous. And he said that the elderly were considered like their meat was too tough and it was like contaminated because they were older.
Okay.
What the fuck?
But at least he wouldn't go for like children, you know,
Yeah.
like the veal of people.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The veal of people.
I mean, they haven't like moved around too much. I feel like muscular people would be so tough.
I would think so too.
Like I'd want the fatty that just sits around. But I guess that's I'm
But you
gonna have
can't
high
really eat
cholesterol.
the fat, right?
No, but if it's marbled into their muscle or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like a good steak is marbled.
Yeah, that's true. But how do you get like good fat marbled into muscle?
I don't know. I think it just does it, but you have to get under the fat layer first.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't actually know any of this.
Yeah, we're really-
I'm just speculating wildly on how I think people are made.
Oh, that's gross. All right.
Yep.
So on February 12th, 1999, the remains of 2 young people were discovered near the park where fucking this dude was hunting.
Yeah.
And police began to search the area and they uncover about 6 more human remains. And they're all like fucking During Hill's hunt's right in the middle.
Okay. They're like, let's triangulate this shit.
Yeah. You're looking fucking suspicious.
Yeah. Also, 99? Like, I was fucking aware by then in my
I
life.
know. Yeah. Like this is recent. This dude was just like chopping people up and eating them in his hut
That's insane. Okay.
in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Initially, they thought that they had stumbled upon the body dumping grounds of some drug dealers or some shit. Or maybe even this was like some evidence from a satanic death cult.
Ooh.
And so the police...
Sorry.
It's okay, man.
He always wakes up pissed.
Okay. As police began to identify the remains, they realized that all of these people were linked to missing people's reports.
Ooh.
So they're like, okay, maybe this isn't like a drug deal, satanic death cult thing.
Yeah.
Or I guess it still could be, but they're like, we got a little fucking something to go off of, right?
Yeah, these are actually people that people care about.
Exactly. On one such case, a brother of a missing man reported that he had last seen his missing brother speaking and drinking with Durangel under the bridge.
Oh, shit.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
So they notice that Durangel's hut is in the middle of this like makeshift graveyard, right? So they decide, let's go talk to him. Like,
Yeah.
You might be fucking murdering some people. Also, this dude that you had been chatting with is now dead. So
Maybe you've seen some shit too,
Yeah.
you know?
or is now missing. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So they search his hut, and this is where they find the quote-unquote multiple vessels
Uh-oh.
with the human meat stored in them and multiple identifiable body parts.
Ooh.
Like, dude just had body parts in his fucking hut.
Yeah. Well, he didn't eat like the feet and stuff, so he probably didn't make his dump run yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Ugh.
But also, like, it said that the meat was in vessels and then, like, identifiable body parts. So I'm just imagining there's, like, a hand sitting in the corner. Like, they
Yeah.
go and they find all these vessels and they're like, oh, it's some sort of meat. And then they come across a foot and they're like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's so awful.
I know, right?
Ugh. Or he might not have like skinned the meat and stuff yet, so then they just open it up and it's like a thigh
A
with like
hairy thigh.
yeah, like
Ooh,
man's thigh.
gross.
Sorry, you can hear my kid wailing in the background.
He's horrified by the story.
Yeah.
So in 1999, the police arrest Durangel and he confesses to killing and eating at least 10 men between November 1998 and January 1999. That's only a couple months.
God damn.
Everything else I read said 2 years, but the one fucking document that had an actual date, it was like 2 separate years, like 98 and 99, but they were only months apart.
That's insane.
And then other accounts I read said like more than 20 men, more than 30 men. But according to whatever the fuck I researched, they said he confessed to at least 10 men.
I guess human meat spoils fast, so maybe he didn't eat all of them, but he was like, God damn it, need another one. Ugh.
Maybe. But like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
At some point, you lose count too, right?
You would think.
If you're just killing and eating and
yeah,
it's
if you're
kinda
just
like,
killing to eat, not
Yeah.
to like be a serial killer or something.
yeah.
It's like, how many deer have you eaten in your lifetime to like
I
a
don't
hunter?
fucking
And they're going to
know.
be like, I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Yeah. Okay, but for the record, this dude is fucking off his goddamn rocker. Like, obviously.
Really?
But obviously, but like in pictures and shit, like he looks fucking crazy.
Ooh, I'm excited to see him.
I don't know why all the pictures show him showing his hands too. Like his hands are in front of him. And it's almost like when somebody gets arrested and they like make you take your shirt off to see if you're affiliated with any gangs with tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's with the hand.
Well, they'll photograph like your hands and stuff to see if you have like wounds and stuff.
Like
Like if you
defense
stabbed a
wounds?
person.
Yeah.
Because then you'll usually cut your hands too.
Yeah, maybe. It's weird though.
Yeah.
It seems off-putting when you see the picture.
All right. I'm excited.
Okay, so evidently Venezuela had never really had any documented serial killers before, so the news of a serial killer who had also cannibalized their victims went fucking crazy in the media and the press, and they nicknamed him the Hannibal Lecter of the Andes
Ooh.
and also El Comagente.
What is that?
Comagente. I don't know. It stands for the people eater. I don't know how to fucking say it.
The people eater.
Was he a one-eyed,
One horn.
yellow?
Giant purple people eater.
One
One-eye, one horn, giant purple people eater.
Yeah,
One-eye.
why did I say yellow? Wasn't there polka dots in there? How the
I
fuck
don't
does
know.
that song go?
I thought that was it. I thought I was just
Why?
crushing it. Pretty sure he's just giant purple people eater.
I think so. All right, listen. I can't fucking remember the words, but great song.
It is a great song.
A psychological evaluation was done to determine if he was considered sane or mentally ill.
And they found.
That the results were inconclusive.
Oh.
Although they did determine that he had paranoid schizophrenia and psychopathic tendencies.
So he had some issues.
Yeah. He's maybe not sane.
He's not the most stable guy,
Right.
but he might have known what he was doing was wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people claim that Durangel didn't actually commit the murders and that he was the fall guy for some underground organ harvesting ring.
Oh.
But the police are like, no, man, this dude just fucking killed him. Like, there's no reason. He's not taking
Yeah.
the fall.
Yeah.
In prison, he was placed in solitary confinement because on more than one occasion, he was found wandering the halls with knives. How the fuck do you get knives in prison? The fuck?
Valid question.
How the fuck do you wander the halls in prison?
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't need to be in solitary to be like, I don't know, looked after. But it's in
Jesus.
Venezuela. Maybe they had one of those prisons where it's like open air, you know?
Yeah, one of them open air amphitheater prisons.
Yeah, like everybody just hangs out.
The common grounds.
Yeah.
Maybe, but supposedly this guy's so fucking crazy that even other murderers who were in the prison were afraid of him.
Well, he fucking ate people.
Right? He had no problem eating people.
Like, if I'm going to get murdered, that's one thing. I really don't want to, but if I did, okay. But if the person ate me too, like,
Ugh,
ooh,
it's
that's
next
scary.
level.
Yeah.
Next level
Yeah,
shit.
it's not okay.
All right. Well, here on September 8th, 2016, very recent,
Uh-huh.
a riot breaks out in the prison that he was in. It lasts a month long.
A month?
A month-long riot.
See, that's why I think it's because the prisons in Venezuela are different.
They are much different than how we think they are.
Yeah, he was able to just wander around with knives and shit.
Right? The fuck? And cause a goddamn riot.
Yeah.
So the riot broke out. Well, there's no evidence that he caused it, for the record.
He was just there when it
Yeah,
happened.
he participated heavily. The riot broke out due to overcrowding of the prison. I guess the prison was made to house 120 inmates and it was holding like over 350.
God damn.
So they were fucking crammed in there and inmates were being obviously neglected and they were dying of starvation.
Oh, shit. And they had like nowhere to sleep because if you only have 120 beds.
Exactly. So the freaking prisoners, they go crazy. And it was 40 men, including Durangel, murdered 3 other prisoners and then hung their bodies up to bleed out.
Oh my God.
And then proceeded to dismember them and dish out the human flesh to the other starving inmates as a meal.
What the fuck?
I guess they cooked the human meat and served it with rice. And some inmates had no idea that they were eating humans.
What?
I know. And then like other inmates who were aware and refused, they were like forced to eat it by being like beat with a hammer until they like would agree to eat the food. And then you have to think if you're starving, you might be okay with eating it. At least eating the rice around the meat.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know, man. That's next level shit.
Right? Okay, I'm going to end this with a quote from Durangel. He was quoted as saying, "Human meat is nice, but I eat all kinds of meat. Dog, cats, lizards. I buried the heads and feet and threw the other bones into the river. I also stored some meat in containers. The heart and liver must be spiced up. If I was hungry, I used to kill the men, never women, because they do no harm."
Oh.
And then he also said, "Sure, I eat people. Anyone can eat human flesh, but you have to wash it and garnish it well to avoid disease."
At least he was health conscious.
At least he was honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? He was not ashamed that he ate people.
First of all, he was like, I eat all kinds of meat. Dog, cat, people, lizards.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, what about like chicken, cows?
Yeah. How much fucking meat is on a goddamn lizard?
Yeah, right?
I'd eat a lizard if I was hungry in the jungles.
Yeah, if I was like trying to survive out there and didn't have food.
Yeah. But like, not humans, please. Thank you.
No, I don't think I would eat a human.
And he like enjoyed it.
Or I would wait a really long time before it was like, all right, Karen.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. So listen, I've seen a lot of dead people because of this case. Like there's like meaty hands and shit.
How did they get that fucking prison riot under control after a month? And like,
Oh, so this whole prison riot thing too, the prison is like denying everything. They're like,
obviously.
no. There wasn't a riot. No. 3 people didn't die and the inmates didn't get eaten. But like the family of the 3 people who died are like, dude, I want like a bone or some shit back from my family member so I can at least bury them. And the prison is like not giving anything away and they're not saying any of that. Like,
Because there's like fucking teeth marks in the bones.
yeah, there's like nothing left. They like fucking use the bones even. I don't even know. But like other inmates are verifying like, no, man, I saw them beat the shit out of them, hang them, cut them up, and serve them up. Like that really, really happened.
That's insane.
And the prison's like, no, not at our prison.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
This guy's fucking nuts.
I'm surprised he got other people to eat human meat with him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they weren't willing. Like,
Well, you said that him and like other dudes are the ones that killed these people.
yeah, and they like cooked them up.
Yeah.
I don't know who did the cooking.
I mean,
Obviously, he knew how to spice them.
obviously he knew how to spice them. He knew how to cook them. He knew how to cut them and stuff. But like you would think one guy would be like, hey, man, no.
He even said, I remember reading somewhere, he even said that men taste like ham. But like, I don't believe some of the shit he said because he was like, women, they're too delicate. They taste sweeter than men. They're
Yeah.
no good to eat.
That just sounds like,
That would mean you ate a woman. But you
But he
never
said that
confessed
he
to
didn't.
killing a woman.
Yeah. Maybe it was just like how he perceived women.
Yeah.
Like-
well, and also I wonder how much is like lost in translation too. Because even the quote I read seems pretty like weird and choppy, but I'm pretty sure that's just like a direct translation of whatever the fuck he said. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh goddamn.
Anyway, there's my doozy for you.
Yeah. I wonder how he seasoned his meat.
Maybe with garlic and butter and wine.
Maybe. A little stir fry.
The old Armin Mavis way. Okay, this is such a sick thought, but what if somebody created like spices based on serial killers or like
This is the Dahmer.
cannibals? Yeah, it'd be like the Dahmer. The Armin Mavis would obviously be garlic, butter, and wine.
Yeah.
I don't know what this guy would be barbecue.
Ugh.
Because,
God.
I imagine he's cooking on a campfire.
Yeah, it's like on a spit type thing. Ooh, it'd be like a smoky flavor.
Ah, yeah, smoky.
Yeah. Gross.
That's super gross. Anyway, on that note, before
Uh-huh.
we jump into our outro, we want to say congratulations to 2 of our fucking awesome listeners who got married recently.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Stephanie and Joshua Almendarez?
Oh, congratulations.
Do you think I said that right?
Married. Hell yeah, you did. You crushed it. And even if you didn't,
Whatever.
they know their first names.
You guys know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Fucking congratulations on the marriage. May it last forever and neither of you murder the other for some insurance money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People who listen to true crime together fucking stay together.
That's right, because they know what the other person's capable of.
exactly.
We fucking love you guys.
Thank you so much for listening.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
I bet their ears are like, was that an angel?
or they're bleeding.
Either one. All right, guys, check out our website, isgdpodcast.com, and there will be pictures about our cases up there. I promise to...
Show you this fucking creepy guy's hands.
I was going to say, I'll link to it so you can click on it if you want to see it. How about that?
His hands?
Oh, no. I will put that up there.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I was like, that's not that weird. Link
No.
to the body parts.
Yeah, I will link to the body parts if I easily find it, because I honestly don't really want to Google that shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I could link to a YouTube video that I just accidentally watched that had the body parts.
Gross.
You guys can fucking Google that shit yourself, too.
Oh, I did watch your face on that, and I was like, why is she so offended by dead bodies?
Oh, they're really dead.
That's not.
They are dismembered
That is unfortunate.
and skinned, and there were ribs.
Listen.
You remember the Dahmer victims?
I don't have to watch these or look at these. You
Yeah.
do. This is your job in the podcast.
Yeah, it's rough. Which should have been your job, by the way.
Probably.
Because you don't mind it at all.
No.
Okay, so yeah, we've got that there. We also have our link to our Patreon, and we have a link to our merchandise, and you could fucking just click the contact page and write us a goddamn little love note, whatever you want to fucking do.
Yep.
Do that on the website.
Yeah.
Also, we're on social media at ISGD Podcast. We're there on fucking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Come join our Facebook group. Come tell us some cool shit.
That's the goddamn pod group.
That's right, it is. And then write Aaron a fucking letter.
Yep. At P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
Yep. And then also please subscribe, rate, and review. You know we love that shit.
Yep. And also email is isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, I have to say Mondays are like my favorite because Sunday we publish and then everybody kind of listens and some things trickle in. And then like Monday and Tuesday we get like a ton of like emails and shout out or whatever. And it is literally my favorite thing in the whole fucking entire world. So keep it up,
Awesome.
guys.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm just over here lurking, but I'm reading most of them.
Yeah. Sometimes I was really far behind this week. I finally caught up to everybody, but I was like a couple weeks behind. And it's not because I don't love you. It's because, like I said, my goddamn life got fucking real on me real quick.
Yeah.
But I would read them and get so happy.
Yeah. So guys, make Stacey's day a little bit brighter so she doesn't
yeah.
murder her whole family.
I will not murder them, I swear.
Noted.
All right, everybody, we love you so much. Thanks for always fucking listening and letting us continue to do the shit, because,
We love it.
yep,
And we love you.
yep.
Bye.
Bye.